You gotta hand it to Hollywood, taking something like an escape room, which isn't that popular anymore, and Saw, which isn't that popular anymore, merging them to make something that's gonna make money. Brilliant. Boom. Hello YouTube, Ash here and welcome to another episode of Bash Talks. Today I am doing a movie review and this time I will be reviewing Escape Room. So this is a new horror thriller directed by Adam Robitel. It stars Deborah Ann Woll, Taylor Russell and Jay Ellis. So will this be an escape from reality or will it be a movie we just want to escape from? Let's get into it. So the plot of the film, 6 strangers are invited to the latest and most advanced escape room. However, this fun game soon turns deadly. Now, these guys must use their wits to try and solve the puzzles and survive. And that's the plot. So honestly, I was actually really looking forward to this film as I like these sort of things with puzzles and mysteries and all that. I like this sort of atmosphere of games. There was actually an episode of CSI New York a couple of years ago which had the sort of same premise and that was brilliant. So this was high up on my anticipated list. Didn't make my top 10, but yeah, I was looking forward to this. And overall, I was entertained. There were some things I liked and there were some things that I really didn't like which kind of affected it for me. So here's what I liked. So the main thing I liked were the rooms themselves. I liked the look of them. I liked the puzzles that they had. Now I know this film only had a small budget of 9 million. Obviously most of these horror films have low budgets, but for 9 million the sets really looked good and I liked the games that they had to play and the teamwork and the coming together. That was really fun and it really got me interesting and myself trying to solve the puzzle with them. I know it's not an interactive thing, but without doubt you find yourself trying to figure out what's going on. So that was really good and that was one of the things I was looking forward to in this film because as I said, I like the Saw films. However, they could get a bit bloody and you really don't have that interactive thing. You know, you really don't have that where you're trying to figure out what's actually happening. In here, it's more there, so you really feel connected. And so yeah, that was brilliant. The rooms were fantastic. Also, the overall plot, the overall premise, I found very interesting. I liked how they were invited with this little box and cube. You see it in the trailer, so it's not spoilers. And you know that each character has their own secrets, and then they have all this coming together and working. I liked it to a point, which I'll mention a few minutes later on. So the overall plot and premise was really interesting and I enjoyed it a lot. Also, the characters and performances were really good. Now, you don't actually go into a horror film expecting Oscar-winning performances. However, they did their job and I actually like seeing Deborah Ann Woll because, you know, I really liked her in Daredevil and True Blood. So it's cool to see her finally on the screen and she's definitely a kick-ass character. I really feel that she could, you know, carry a franchise. And yeah, the rest of the supporting cast are good. You know, you got your geeks, you got your, you know, your rich guy, you know, you got your old guy. So they all have these sort of like characters, but added together, it's an interesting concept. So, and they worked well. And as I said, everyone gave a decent performance, especially Taylor Russell. She was really charming as, you know, this shy student girl and who's really intelligent. I thought everyone did a good job. I also thought the special effects, as I mentioned, the rooms looked good and the special effects and the practical effects, they all looked good. And I think most of them were practical because obviously you see things breaking and that. And they looked real. Now I might be mistaken, but a lot of it was practical with all the things happening. So that was interesting and enjoyable. So overall the film was good and I was entertained. However, there were 2 little things that affected my enjoyment of the film in whole. And I'm going to try and talk about them. However, they are kind of spoilery, so I'm going to tread lightly. So the first thing I didn't like was how the film started. So what it starts is with one person in a room and the escape room already having taken place. So things have already happened. Now, that's already annoying to me because it gives you an indication that other people have died. Now, this is a horror film, so obviously people are going to die. It would be the most boring horror film in the history if, you know, all 6 survived. However, just showing this person, it kind of gives you an indication that other people have died and who has died. And I know that people who've seen the film will counter that there's lots of twists and turns leading up to that thing. But seeing that person, gives you indication that that person has survived. So yeah, that kind of annoyed me so much because I hate when films start like that. And the second thing I didn't like, in fact I hated, was the ending. Now I know that every horror film tries to make a sequel, they try to be a franchise. However, I thought this was really handled poorly, with the whole reveal and everything that's happening was just too much. It was just seemed like it's a really copy of Saw, and I can say that because it isn't a technically spoiler and you still have to figure out what I'm talking about. But yeah, I thought it was really handled poorly, and yeah, I just didn't like it. I just didn't like that ending, and as I said, I was entertained so much despite the start. So yeah, this film, crappy start, fantastic middle, crappy ending. So you can understand how frustrated I was with this film. So before I give you my final rating for this film, let me know in the comments down below. Have you seen Escape Room? And if you did, what did you think of it? Also, did you like the ending? Did you like the start? Did you know the construction of the story? Or am I just fussy that I didn't like the start and the ending? So yeah, hit me down in the comments and let's talk about it. In conclusion, I will give this film a 3 out of 5. I thought the film was very entertaining and the rooms were really interesting and the whole mystery was fun. However, for me personally, it suffered from a weak start and a really bad ending. And yes, I would like to watch another film in this franchise as long as they focus on escape rooms themselves and not on that ending, because if they focus on that, then no, I'd give it a miss. But overall, I would recommend giving this a watch, especially if you like horror films and if you like the Saw franchise and if you like escape rooms, because it's PG-13, so it isn't that gory or, you know, graphic violence. You know, there's just a few things. So yeah, definitely worth a watch. So that's it. I want to thank you all for watching this video. I've been Ash. If you did like it, hit that like button and maybe give the video a share. Also, if you're new to the channel and like what you've seen, consider hitting that subscribe button. You can check out more videos down there. Yeah, I do movie reviews, trailer reactions, top 10. So yeah, hit that subscribe button and I will see you next time. Bye bye.